Guys, it's amazing and cost like 2,200 rubles something. I'll put the price of it. And you know, I already feel the smell of the Soviet smell. And you can hear. Can you hear it, guys? The parquet like in my Soviet apartment I grew up in. You see? Ah no, it's like American style ковролин. So you can see through it. But it's amazing, look. Sony, wow, Japanese technologies. Here, even in Soviet, you see Japanese technologies we have. And what's the view, guys? Let's check out the view. Oh my god, the view is amazing, guys. Because I'm tired of this. How to open it? I don't know such. Ah, I see. You see, guys. Some people play football there. And the view is much better than I lived in Moscow city. Here it's like more cozy view. You see. Behind it, it's like modern Putinkov's apartments. These are like Brezhnevkas, I think. This is in Brezhnev times. This kind of buildings built. Yeah, the view is not that bad. So let's explore the area. Guys, I really like the Soviet smell. It's this kind of Soviet blanket. So as you can see, guys, it's like 4 rooms. 4 rooms sharing like this block with shared toilet and shared bathroom made by the Soviet system. You see, it's very good actually. Separated toilet from the bathroom, like in my Soviet apartment I grew up in, because in first Khrushchevkas they built it like together, but then Brezhnevkas it's like improved Khrushchevkas, you know, they started to build them separately. I think it's not the case in the West like you usually. I just can't, I love this sound. Looks like many immigrants stay in this hotel because it's cheap, probably. Yeah, me too, I always also stay in the cheapest hotels. But in America I've heard if you're a illegal immigrant, because these people are legal in Russia, 90% of them. But in America I've heard if you are illegal you can stay in 5-star hotels. I go to America. See guys, people train with their dogs here. But I wonder if they remove the dog flour after poop, dog poop. I wonder if they remove it. Yeah, that's like the Soviet food for you see guys. Yeah, look what they have here, some garbage place like that. Yeah, playground like that they have here. Playgrounds in Moscow are all new, you know. Yeah guys, this hotel is full of immigrant workers. Wow guys, smoking is prohibited, 3,000 rubles fine. But the security guard downstairs said you can smoke because the entrance door was closed. He said, brother, go here and smoke, you know. Sometimes it's cool, guys, to break some law in Russia, even though I was allowed to do it, you know. But, you know, some like Germans, maybe Japanese, they won't understand this, a little bit of adrenaline to break some rules, you know, like. А можно глянуть, посмотреть?
Да, да.
Ага, нормально. Только это низко висит. Оставь. Guys, it appears it's territory of some sports school here, so you see You see guys, roastics at KFC. Well, it's basically the same, just they renamed it. And you see, comparing with St. Petersburg, it's mostly immigrants, workers here, but in Pittsburgh it's mostly like students and stuff like that work in KFC and McDonald's. But in Moscow mostly immigrants. Well, again, I have nothing against it, just telling you the comparison. Oh, спасибо. 477 rubles. Guys, what I mean that Moscovites are so spoiled that they don't even want to work in these service jobs, like, you know, like waiters and so on. Crazy. So yeah, Moscow is immigrant city. But again, you know, these immigrants, they work and not like in the West. I've heard sometimes they make some problems because like no one pays these immigrants, you know. You either work or you get like nothing unless you get like some Russian citizenship, which they get by a lot as well. I need to create this video on my only comrades eating ice cream. Subscribe to my only comrades, guys, for more. Every time I went to Moscow in my life, I noticed it, like not many people clean up after themselves, you know, in this McDonald's, like tasty period and so on. So on in St. Petersburg, most of the people do it, and also I noticed in Belarus everyone do it, in Minsk maybe like even more cultural in this case than St. Petersburg. Yes, but Moscow, yeah, no, Moscow, it's like, you know, the capital of Russia, the former Soviet Union, all kind of people come here. But we are cultural capital of Russia, even though we are poorer, you know. And I show you the proofs, you know. And show you the reality, you know, like good and bad and everything. My observations. Look, Lada Priora. Guys, it's the third time I'm staying in the communist Soviet hotel. First time in Chita, second time in Arkhangelsk with shared rooms and so on, and the same keys. And you know what, in this by the rules of the Soviet hotels, you need to give this key before leaving to the reception. I hate this system, and they also close for a night, like close. No, there is a security, you can ask him, but it's kind of pain in the ass. I'll show you now how it's done.
Мне до завтра.
Сюда, да, ключ? Спасибо. That's my hotel, guys. But to be honest, I mean, I'm saying it's Soviet, yeah, it's Soviet building, Soviet style and so on, but nowadays I'm pretty sure it's owned. I mean, communism collapsed in USSR, so now it's owned maybe by some businessmen. And you know, to be honest, it's not bad. Yeah, maybe it's a bit old, outdated, like everything inside, but most importantly, it's very clean inside. So this is the number one thing which is important, you know, very clean. Bathroom is very clean, and so on and so on and so on. Yes, but this key system is very weird, you know. If I stay in the hotel, I paid money, like, you know, if I go somewhere outside, like my luggage will be inside, maybe there. Well, maybe not all people come with a lot of luggage, but still. yeah, they care about these keys. So it's crazy. In every hood here there is a cool playground, new playground in Moscow. Many buildings have the star here. Alley of Glory, USSR. So guys, in this hotel, and they have a car here, Moskvich, which is also the same name as Hotel Moskvich. You see they sell it, looks like. $230,000 rubles, would you buy it? 27,000 kilometers. Wow. Moskvich for 12. So guys, it's interesting, this hotel Moskvich. Many people from former Soviet republics live here, and other, mostly foreigners, like Turkish, Indians, Chinese. I've met some Chinese businessmen here. You know, I told them like, oh, I was in China, but then after COVID many Russians left China, and he said COVID was created by Americans. Interesting, I didn't know about that. He like opened my eyes, you know. Yeah, and he said like Russia, China, France and so on. But then I remembered, you know, what's interesting, that maybe some similar things with China and Russia we have. That when I was in China, I've met some Chinese who complained to me about China, like policies and something. For example, I've met like some Mongolians nationals from inner Mongolia of China, you know, and she complained to me that like Mongolians in China, you know, kind of have to choose the Chinese names instead of Mongolian like traditional names to, to have like, to find some better job and so on and so on. Other like religious Chinese, like Christian, complained to me that in China no like religious freedom and so on. And they told me, yeah, like you're a foreigner, you know, like that's why they told me that, because I think if they would, they maybe discuss it on the kitchens as well, but not with random people, citizens of their own, you know, like with Chinese nationals. Yeah, interesting. Guys, I actually wonder if you know what's that. It's so-called poplar fluff, you see? We used to burn it in childhood, but nowadays I'm not gonna try. I don't want to burn all this bark over here. You see, it's everywhere. Poplar fluff in English it's called. And I'll tell you why there is so much. He was waiting when we were filming. I'll tell you why so much poplar stuff in Russia. The thing is that after the war, the communists decided to plant everywhere this poplar stuff, fluff, or poplar trees. You see, it's falling non-stop, because like to make cities green again, you know, after the war, like broken cities and so on, destroyed cities. And because these poplar trees, you know, they grow very fast, so they needed to make cities green very fast again. So as far as I know, it's like, so yeah, when Stalin was in power, they planted them, but not only when Stalin was in power, after Stalin also. In the Khrushchevka building, which I grew up, my grandparents got that apartment in 1967, and they also planted this poplar fluff everywhere. You know, in 1967, it already was like 22 years after the war, and it's like everywhere. But now they are cutting this, they remove this poplar fluff, cut the big trees, old trees, you know, so it's much less than in my childhood. But in this park, you see, it's a lot of still poplar fluff. Do you have this poplar fluff in your cities? There are like many songs about this poplar fluff in Russia. So I'll put it like this.